Alright, this is an essay by a student which I'm going to go through, and it is basically an essay based on discuss the advantages and disadvantages, which is essay 1A. Okay, you guys should have the whole list of essays, the 7 different kinds, but yet divided into 4. So 1A, 1B, 1C, 2, 3, and 4A, 4B. And so this is basically 1A, discuss the advantages and disadvantages. It is an expository under the 2-part expository, and the first kind, 1A. Just remember, this is discuss the advantages and disadvantages. It is not 4A, which is the advantages and disadvantages opinion version, right? The opinion version is, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, or are there more advantages and disadvantages? That is the opinion version. There's no opinion asked of you. There's no position that you need to take. Okay, so this is 1A. The first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you get 2-part expository, advantages and disadvantages. So the first thing you need to do is whatever question you have, you need to get the structure correct. So you need to go through my list of the 18 pages or so I've given you for every single kind of essay. Okay, make sure the structure is correct. Okay, because if your structure is wrong, then of course it still could be okay. It's just that that's not what I've been teaching you. So follow what I've been teaching you and make sure that you get your structure correct. All right, so right now what I'm going to go through is going to go through this essay. And okay, the first thing, let's look at the structure. It's pretty much correct. Okay, this person has, the first introduction, then you talk about 2 advantages, 2 disadvantages, and conclusion. Okay, so it's a good structure, 4-paragraph essay, so that's good. Looking at the number of words, okay, it is 324. So I would say it's probably structure is good. Probably the number of words is a bit too, I would say it's too many. Okay, I would target for 2. Firstly, you have to consider the time. Okay, you only have 40 minutes and you may not be able to write so many words in 40 minutes. So I would always recommend around 270 to 300 maximum. But again, there's nothing wrong with writing 324, nothing wrong with writing even 400 words, as long as you do it within the time limit. Most students will not be able to do it within the time limit. So therefore, I want you to focus on, getting 270 to 300 words and using my, the formula I've taught you, one main point, 2 or 3 supporting sentences. If it's too long, means perhaps your supporting sentences may be a bit too long, or you may have too many, or whatever it may be. Okay, let's go into the other corrections here. Okay, firstly, they're seamed. Okay, why would it be seamed? They should be there. Okay, seamed, I would put seams. Okay, that's the way you use it with there seems. Okay, with the there here, you're gonna put there seems to be. The question is, why are you putting the seemed, in a past simple tense? It should really be in the present simple. Okay, just remember, most of the time your tenses is going to be in the present simple. There seems to be an increasing trend of people working from home as compared to going to office for work. Remember, I'm not going to correct every single mistake, okay, but I'll correct most mistakes, and sometimes I won't correct some small little mistakes. Okay, with this, it offers work-life balance for many individuals. It also, now the second problem here is this student did not use the general phrase. While this offers a few advantages, there are also some disadvantages which are worth considering. Remember, that's a general phrase. He or she is trying to use the more specific kind of thesis. Remember the GSM method, general specific mix. So rather than using a general phrase, he's trying to list out the actual points. Okay, Now, as I mentioned, if you don't use the general phrase, you want to list out the actual points. Firstly, make sure your grammar is correct, because if you use the general phrase I give you in the notes and the phrases, then there will be no problem whatsoever, right? 100% it will be right. But if you you take a bit more risk and it's during the exam, you just make sure that you don't have grammar mistakes or whatever mistakes. Okay, so with this, it offers work-life balance for many individuals. You see, there's a problem with your punctuation already. Okay, because you can't just have comma. It offers comma. This is one clause, and then this is another clause. So you have to put an N. It also eases peak hour traffic and high human traffic. It eases human traffic on public transportation. I wouldn't put a high. And so, I will put an and because you need a conjunction here as another clause. And the other thing is that the point of this, the whole essay is about advantages and disadvantages. So my general phrase would be, while there are, some disadvantages, there are also while there are some advantages, there are also some disadvantages. So you're talking about both both sides, advantages and disadvantages. Whereas for this person, he or she is only writing the advantages here. Okay, so that's wrong. Again, so if you stick to what I tell you, which is use a general phrase, it will be 100% correct. So don't take the risk, because when students take the risk and they try to do it themselves, there's a lot of problems. Okay, so here it's not a good second sentence, because the reader is going to look at this and, okay, so this whole essay is just about the advantages, because this is advantages and this is the advantages too. So remember, the person reading is not going to read this question. Okay, I mean, if you're writing for a reader, the reader is just going to base what this whole essay is about on what you write here. And it seems to be that you're telling the reader, okay, this essay is only going to be about advantages, which is wrong. Okay, so again, warning, use the general phrases I give you. Okay, everything's going to be good, right? So use general phrase, okay, the phrases I give you for the second sentence if it's possible. Now, there are two main benefits to working from home, namely some working parents have you would not need just have children or elderly parents at home who require a certain level of daily care. There are occasions whereby the children or parents fall sick and require more attention. Therefore, with the flexibility to work from home, they can work and take care of the sickly family members at the same time without having to take too many leave. Okay, so leave, all right. Let's look at the word leave, because you're using leave as a noun. Okay, this is like taking time off work. Okay, firstly, it is uncountable. All right, so you don't say, I took 2 leaves, 2 days or 2 leaves. No, you just say I took leave, because it's not the way you're using this word is uncountable. Okay, and therefore you cannot use many, because many is for countable. Okay, so too much leave, right? Or probably the best way to express this is too many days of leave. All right. Another advantage is that people can avoid the peak hour traffic and overcrowding on the way to work. This not only helps to save transportation costs, it also reduces the carbon footprint, and in turn results. This is the subject. This results. Okay, so you have to get your subject-verb agreement. This in turn results in the reduction of environmental pollution. Okay, now, so this whole paragraph is good in the sense that you have your your topic sentence, your first point. I would probably put a firstly here, that to signal. Remember, every time your main point, this is actually your main point. Okay, so there are 2 main benefits to working from home, namely some parents, I would just probably put full stop. Firstly, some parents. Okay, that's what I will put. There are 2 main benefits to working from home. Firstly, you give your first point. You see, you got a signal there, then you have your second point. Okay, very clear. Remember, signaling is very important. Another advantage, firstly. Okay, on the other hand, it may be abused by some people who do not put in the required number of hours as stipulated in the employment contract. It requires a decent level of self-discipline and time management to complete one's work on time without supervision. This is very much dependent on an individual's work integrity. In addition, this could be a double-edged sword, whereby some employers may expect their staff to be on 24/7 readiness if they are working from home. Now, I'll probably, if you want to use this is a bit more complex. The reason being with the increasing prevalence of telecommunication. Wouldn't put I would put probably devices such as smartphones, and this is not telecommunication, these are telecommunication devices, teleconference systems. People may be expected to respond to emails and attend conference calls as a result. Okay, so another thing, so it's these are communication devices. This mistake here, another one will be full stop S. Okay, so as a result is like an adverb, okay, or a prepositional phrase. It is not a conjunction. So as we've gone through this regarding punctuation, adverbs, and conjunctions. So as a result, comma. Okay, you don't use it. You don't use it the way you did just now. Okay, or the way the person did just now. So in conclusion, working from home offers flexibility for people with family situations and contributes to carbon footprint reduction. However, it needs to be administered with care to avoid misuse and prevent turning this into a more awful situation with regards to working hours. Okay, all right, so these are not too many mistakes. It's a pretty good essay. And so these are just some of the mistakes. You got the structure correct, so it's a good essay. All right.